Hey guys, it's Tarot and Beyond. In today's pick a card reading, we're getting messages of love for Valentine's Day or whenever you need to hear this message. We've got three groups as usual, group 1, group 2, and group 3. Select whichever one you feel called to and use the timestamps below to jump ahead to your chosen reading or readings. If you are drawn to more than one, that's fine. You may just have multiple love messages that are meant for you at this time. Take what resonates and leave the rest. We'll see you in your readings. All right, hi group number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose this particular deck. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it is a love deck. And I did notice that when I grabbed it out and I started to pre-shuffle it, there was these two cards that were stuck together and I cannot for the life of me get them apart. It's actually the 7 of Nuggets and the Father card, which is the Emperor, and the 7 of Pentacles. So I'm just going to leave them like that. And if they do come out, it's maybe because they're thicker, but there's probably something connected to that message that this message of love is wanting to bring through. So the 7 of Pentacles is a waiting type of energy, having patience, knowing how much to give or how much to pull away. It's like tending to your garden type of energy. And then the Father is obviously the Emperor, which is connected to the Father archetype in this deck, or even to, well, in general as well, and also to your ability to, I'm just realizing the connection between the planting of the seeds and the Father. Like the Father literally plants the seed for a new life to grow. So there is a message in you, in here for you, but no, there's a message in you, group number 1. Queen of Rods. Yeah, the message is in you. What is this? 9 of Lightnings. Okay, this is actually an activation is what I'm hearing. So this reading, or the energy that you're currently in, is an activation for you. Even if this energy is anxiety provoking, it is an activation for you. It's kind of like calling you home to your power. I'm seeing somebody beckoning in a storm. Wow, that's a cool image. I'm seeing like this woman with a cape flowing and blowing in the wind, and she's actually calling the storm toward her rather than trying to push it away. She's beckoning it forth is actually what I'm hearing. The storm to me in this case kind of represents chaotic power, or like a primal power is almost what it feels like. Now, how this is related to love, I've yet to kind of tap into. And here's that 7 of Nuggets and the Father card. So let's just put it out here since it wants to be here so bad. Since I mentioned it and now it's here. I just saw 222 on the recording time. So it feels like there's something from the past that you're calling toward you so that you can deal with it in some way, because it holds power for you. The sun, it holds power for you. They're showing me the sun or solar energy beating down onto the earth and promoting growth. It helps the seed to grow that has been planted. So there's a seed of love here that's ready to sprout is actually what I'm hearing. And instead of trying to protect that seed from the coming storm, it's almost like if you can call the storm, then you can control it. What does this mean? The 6 of Blossoms. It's giving me Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls type of energy, which I never really understood what that song was about, by TLC. Tender, loving, care. I don't even know if that's why they named their band that, but there's a message here of love for you, group number 1, in your ability to kind of look at what calls you and instead choose what you call. Does that make sense? 4 of Lightnings. Because if you can kind of like pause and tune into your own power, this is actually what's going to help you to master the mess. 5 of Rods. And it leads you on the path towards this connection, this relationship, this person, this love. And I'm hearing something about rationality right now. 9 of Lightnings is 9 of Swords energy. This can be about over rationalizing. And I heard a quote right before I jumped into this video from a different video that I was watching while I had my morning coffee. And it was called, "You are going to pick the wrong husband," or you're going to pick the wrong spouse," or something like that. And the quote was, there is no overthinking. There is only bad thinking. In other words, there's no way to kind of overuse your mind. There's only inefficient or improper ways of using your mind and thought. And in this case, energy and power. Because your power comes from your mind. And I'm seeing your ability to perceive as well. So it's like if you can see the way that you're thinking, you can see where you're planting seeds and then therefore what you're going to get out of it. Or if you can see the fear, then you can choose to welcome it rather than trying to hide or protect yourself from it. It's like the protection is in the power that you wield within yourself. And it's like something about noticing the truth here, noticing the power that you hold. 9 of Nuggets. Yeah, noticing the power that you hold. In a relationship, Princess of Lightnings, this is going to show up as the clear thinking that you have. And the rational mind is definitely part of that, but I'm also seeing like your ability to trust yourself. I just heard trust yourself. It's your ability to trust yourself. To wield your power wisely. That's what they just said. To wield your power wisely. Ooh, climax. I'm getting this message about something you've been sitting on for a long time. This could have been like something emotional that you've been sitting on, a desire, an old thought pattern. There's something you've been sitting on for a long time. And it's time for it to manifest in a very physical way. And I keep hearing it's time for you to trust yourself. So one of the messages of love that's coming through here for you, group number 1, and I almost just wanted to say group number 2, so that I haven't done that reading yet, but there could be some messages there as well. The world, ooh, yes, the closing of a cycle is your ability to see something clearly and then to take your power back from it, which then closes the cycle. So in relationship to love, or in relationship in general, this is you finding another way. This is what I'm getting strangely from this reading, is like you're finding another way to engage with someone else. You're finding another way to engage with your own thoughts, though, is actually really mostly what I'm getting here. Engaging with your own thoughts helps you to engage with this other person in a different way. And I'm hearing something about thinking about thinking. This is like meta-analysis of the mind. So instead of just letting your thoughts rule you, you're thinking about thinking. And now they're showing me the storm goddess again. Yeah, storm goddess. Whether you're male or female, it's like you're able to call in the storm and master the chaos. They keep giving me this message. And it's like the sprouts of the seeds that have been planted are there because the storm scattered them, not because the storm destroyed them. It's like the storm actually helps to promote this growth because it disperses the seeds evenly so they all have a chance to grow. And then your mind does the other half of the work. Once the seeds are scattered, because you've embraced some kind of like this messy, chaotic process that has a lot of power within it and unlocks or unfolds this power within you, then you start to be able to direct that attention more clearly, because once the storm settles out, and I'm hearing something about the seas are serene, like once the storm settles and the seas are serene, I'm seeing C, the letter C, and the name Serene, like Serena. Okay, that's interesting. They're showing me a blank surface, and they're saying reset. And I was getting messages leading up to this reading about reboot. I was seeing synchronicities about like a reboot or a reset, resetting a computer, having to like restart it, shut it down, and then boot it back up again, because it refreshes it in some way. And you can pick and choose what you want to re-engage with. There's something about that. And I keep using the word engage as well. But yeah, back to the serene sea. It's like the calmness allows you, or affords you, actually, affords you the ability to see something that you didn't see before. And then you can direct your thoughts towards what it is that you desire. And you can manifest that more efficiently. So there's a partner here I'm hearing. Okay, this just came in really strongly. There's a partner here who sees your own sensitivity and understands where that may have in the past caused you to self-sabotage. And in this timeline, for whatever reason, that's what I'm being called to say, in this timeline, you're able to bear the weight of the consciousness around these patterns. So let's say, for example, in a previous timeline or an alternate timeline, there was a version of you that wasn't able to kind of weather or master the power of the storm and become that storm goddess, and you cowered from the storm, you hid from it, you went into the cave, they're showing me like a turtle, or like grabbing your cloak and pulling it up over your head, not wanting to see it or engage with it or being afraid of it. And in this timeline, which is like the most powerful version of you in relationship to love that you've ever been, you're able to weather that storm, you're able to master it, you're able to see it and understand it. And in facing the storm, and they're saying something about unflagging faith. Okay. In facing the storm with unflagging faith, you're able to embrace this power and no longer allow that power to be used against you from the inside out. So that self-sabotage mechanism no longer destroys your prospects. And they keep giving me the world. I meant to say word and it came out of my mouth as world. And when I'm channeling, you guys know that's how these messages come through. Now the world card is literally here. So this is opening up a whole new world of possibilities for you, a whole new world. And I'm hearing the song, A Whole New World from Aladdin. So a change of state, a change of position, a change of being, putting yourself in a position of power where things were not as easy or as effortless in the past. It becomes a lot easier to master, to manifest, and to see things come to you. They're also giving me the word succumb. It's reminding me of the word circumference. It's like the world is it's about going all the way around, coming to full circle on something, the circumference of the circle. And they're showing me an engagement ring. And I was saying the word engage over and over. And that's when I'm channeling again. It's like that comes through in the language that's even used or chosen by spirit. So there is an engagement here, whether it's a higher level of commitment, whether it is a deeper connection with yourself, or whether this is a literal engagement with another person. It's irrelevant, I'm hearing, and they're giving me the word succumb again. Why? Okay. Why is it irrelevant? They're saying something about the needs process through the mind, or the needs process the mind is actually what they said. They corrected me. The needs process the mind. I'm not sure what to make of that. And they keep giving me the word succumb, which has kind of like a negative connotation to it, like, oh, succumbing to something that's heavy, or like something that's been haunting you or dragging you down. But in this context, it feels a little different, group number one. It feels more like you're able to, what they're showing me is like the lightning striking you and moving through you. And it's not like it's overpowering you. It's like your power starts to merge with that lightning. And lightning itself is actually, in this deck, connected to the swords energy, which is the mind, the element of air. But the lightning electrically is the masculine principle. Magnetism is the female and electricity is the masculine. So there's something about like that masculine polarity, or you harnessing the energy or power from that, or they keep saying succumb, and they're showing me like the lightning moving through you and like lighting up your eyes. That's what they're showing me. And I don't quite know how to interpret that. I'm going to do the best that I can, but they're showing me like almost an image of X-Men, Storm from X-Men. And X makes me think of X chromosome, which is the female. XX is what makes us female. XY is what makes men males. So there's something about this female-male dynamic, polarity within yourself, the mind, your needs, processing your needs, something about the father, seating of consciousness, masculine archetype type energy, and the way that you harness that power. So again, they keep showing me the lightning coming in through the top of your head, actually, but then it rebounds all the way down to the bottom of the feet, comes back up and exudes out through the eyes. Okay, whatever the heck this means. It's you harnessing the power is what it feels like. And they're saying something about electrical signals. And I'm hearing advancement, and they're taking me back to the very beginning when they were talking about this energy or this reading being an activation. I know that I am an activator at soul level. This is part of it's one of my jobs. It's how I work with souls. It's one of the contracts I hold, is to activate people to certain levels of consciousness by providing guidance, information, energy, healing, through my words, through my being, all of these things, even through the eyes. So you guys can't see my eyes right now, but maybe you're going to be looking at someone and you're going to activate them through your eyes, or they're going to activate you through the eyes, because the eyes are the window to the soul. And since this is an electrical signal, and the way Spirit's showing it to me is this electricity coming through your being, you could be getting activated by an electrical male. So it doesn't have to be a man. It's just the electrical male polarity of another person through their eyes. Okay, this is such a deep message, and I was not I was kind of thinking these readings were going to be like a little bit lighter, less esoteric, less like deep, but I guess that's just not how I work, and that's not how Spirit works through me. So we're just going to flow with it. We're going to ride the storm, you know? Oh, now I'm, as soon as I said that, I heard riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You may want to look up the lyrics to Riders on the Storm. There could be a message there, but it just feels like very storm goddess type energy. So embrace the storm, whatever this looks like for you, because it is scattering the seeds and helping you to grow something in the light of day. It's helping you to see something here, and it's going to promote the growth of something that you've desired from a dairy. Okay, I was just trying to say very deep level. Dairy, I'm seeing cows. I actually saw a reference this morning to milk and honey. And this is talking about nourishment, fertility, the mother. They're showing me the cow goddess from ancient Egypt right now. Hathor, I think she is. Hathor? Maybe do some research into Hathor if you're not familiar. I would have to do that too, because I haven't worked with her too much. But they're showing me like mother's milk. And you did have the father. Mother and father archetypes coming up into full completion balance, yin and yang. Yes, yin and yang. And when you merge these two together, maybe there's something about Kundalini here, activation, a seed being planted. Maybe there's something even about pregnancy. And they keep giving me the word engagement again now. So we're back to that, an engagement of some kind. In the love context, it can talk about marriage, but I'm also seeing engage as in like beginning something or starting something, moving forward. It's reminding me of Star Trek when Captain Jean-Luc Picard would say engage, and it would be about like getting the thrusters in the engine going and going into like warp speed. So there's something that's happening fast, like lightning strikes fast, right? Faster than we can even see it sometimes. And they're showing me like stop motion photography or slow motion. So there's something that's happening extremely fast, and you're meant to just ride that wave or embrace that or just go with it, because even though it may seem like something fleeting, it's actually going to be, I'm hearing strangely long lasting. It's strangely long lasting? What does that even mean? They're bringing me back to the waterfalls again. Strangely long lasting, because it replenishes itself, you know, like a waterfall. It just keeps flowing. The water keeps going. The storm gets this energy activated, and then you're able to keep replenishing that in some way. I'm hearing thoughts become things. So yes, this is a love message. This definitely has to do with romance and connection, but at the deeper level here, this is actually talking about your own masculine and feminine energy and how you use that to literally manifest and create your reality. So much deeper than expected, but there you have it. That's the love message that Spirit wanted to bring through to you today, or through you. Actually, I just heard that they wanted to bring through you. And again, they're showing me the activation going through your body. Really cool. Okay, so I will leave it there, group number 1. Thank you for being here. If you feel called to check out any other groups, I will see you there. If not, we'll see you in the next reading, or maybe never, but that's okay. I'm sending you lots of love and lots of blessings for whatever this activation happens to look like. Okay, guys, we'll see you in the next reading. Oh, also, don't forget to check out my other channel, the Divine Channel, where I bring through really esoteric channeled messages in a more direct and yet broad sense. That's linked in the description box below. And if you want to become a member here on the channel, that link is also available in the description box. There's 2 tiers that give you access to additional content from me, exclusively for the members, ad-free. I love you guys. We'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Aphrodite Tarot. Thank you to the anonymous donor who sent this into us. Big ups on that one. I absolutely love this deck. So let's get some messages of love for you from Spirit. What's coming up for group number 2? Aphrodite. This is the Empress card in this deck. So, like beauty, sensuality, love. I'm seeing everything you touch turns to flowers. It's almost like the Midas touch, but instead it's like the beauty touch. Everything you touch turns to beauty. Everything you touch turns to luxury. Everything you touch turns to magnificence. Wow. Okay. Strong start here. What else? What is this love message connected to here? What's the message? King of Coins. Yeah, you've got like some kind of prosperity in your genes, I'm hearing, group number 2. And at first I was thinking in terms of like your genetics, like there's something about you that's very beautiful, or you just have this magnificent energy that blesses everything around you. But when I said genes, I also saw like pockets in genes. And as every woman knows, our pockets are never deep enough, or there's just no pockets at all. And this is King of Coins, this masculine energy. And masculines always have deeper pockets than feminines. And it's like a whole thing. And I actually watched an entire video on why that is, and like how the fashion industry does this, and back to like the 18th or 17th, 16th centuries, like all the way back, how women developed these purses and all this stuff to carry our things. So there's something about you just like spreading the wealth around, or like having deep pockets, or this relationship really bringing out and helping you to flourish in terms of your abundance, your ability to manifest or create, your abundance, your fertility is just really, 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 really strong here, group number 2. And Spirit wants you to know that so freaking strongly. Okay, we're going to take all 3 of those. 4 of Swords, beauty, sleep, rest. Like I keep hearing magnificent luxury. So there's, sleeping beauty energy here. You're very beautiful, whether it's conventional or unconventional. You're very beautiful, group number 2. And there's a masculine here who really values that. We know men tend to be more physical beings. Like it's just part of their makeup. It's part of their energy. And so they do tend to really kind of gravitate towards looks. And that's not to say that men are shallow. It's really not. It's just to say that they are more physical beings, and that's what they can tend to value a little bit more than the women who are more emotional beings. And we tend to value things like connection and love and things like that. So there's 2 sides to every coin, literally coins. Here, there's 2 sides to every coin, and women and men both have both, masculine and feminine polarity. But I'm seeing something about your beauty being noticed. I'm hearing received well. Okay, I don't know what that's about, received well. 4 of Coins. 2 4s in a row. And again, this feels to me strongly, group number 2, of like the stability that you're able to create, the wealth, the luxury, this level of security is like a protecting. They're showing me the window to the outside here and the wall surrounding the garden. It's like these barriers of protection that keep you safe. And this is what the masculine wants to do, or this is what you are doing, or being provided for. Something about being provided for. The birth, the Fool card, the birth. The Empress and the birth. Yeah, fertility is so strong in this message of love. Group number 2, like I can't get past it. And the fertility, the birth of new wealth, the birth of new life, the birth of or creation of a stable home, a life of luxury. I keep hearing that. And it's not just about the physical things or the beauty or the external luxury. There's something of like this air of, I guess, like internal beauty and safety. Let me see. What is this message? 5 of Wands. Okay, I just heard conflict arose, ensued, and was overcome. And that's actually a line from Pirates of the Caribbean that Jack Sparrow says when he's coming out of this like dungeon place after getting the picture of the key that he's looking for to unlock Davy Jones's chest to find his heart. So there's something about like the energy of conflict that just goes away when you're in this resplendent is actually the word that really kind of sums this up the best, the resplendent energy. The conflict just melts away. There is no conflict because you're at peace. The seer. Oh, wow. Okay. And you're able to tap into so much value that goes beyond the physical here. You're able to receive divine blessings. I'm hearing divine blessings. And they're also showing me how, Prince Charming goes and gives Sleeping Beauty true love's kiss, wakes her up. There's some kind of charm here that you have or that another person has or that you're unlocking. I just saw 555, that you're unlocking through the connection to this person. Fives can be about change, major change, transition, travel, movement, growth. And the 5 of Wands here, it's like you're able to move through any kind of imbalance or conflict, like it's nothing, like butter. They're showing me a hot knife cutting through butter. Like it's so easy for you because you're just in this like luxurious, sensual, peaceful place. The World card. Okay, I do have to mention it. I was kind of holding back on mentioning this. In group number 1, I did accidentally I didn't even say it, but I almost said group number 2. And I had a feeling that group 1 and group 2 were going to be connected. So whether or not you came from group 1 or you end up watching group 1, it doesn't matter, but they're connected because they both have the World card here. The World. There's a world of peace here. It's my theory that we all kind of live in separate worlds because the way that we perceive reality is so fundamentally different based on every different little life experience that we've had, our disposition, our genetics, our situation, everything that contributes to our perspective, to our subjective experience of reality. So like I and another person, you, the person next to you, stranger on the street, we all have different worlds that we live in, even though we collectively are living in the same world and we are co-creating with that. But we kind of individually live in these worlds. And some people live in really dark worlds and some people live in really light worlds. And some are kind of going back and forth or they live in between. I feel like there's a peaceful world here, a peaceful world view or a state of peace that is invoked within you. I'm hearing imbued. Oh, it's imbued in you. That's kind of like the foundation of whatever security and abundance I'm tapping into here with your reading. And it's connected to this message for you, group 2. And this world that you live in helps you to see things softly. It's like everything, they're showing me like cotton candy clouds, like everything is kind of coated in this cotton candy and everything is soft and sweet and sensual and beautiful. And oh, what a world to live in. Like if you could even be in that for 1% of the day, that's just like score, So there's something here about you embarking on some kind of a journey to this world, to creating this world from within you, and the unification or the unity that you hold there is partially, there's a contribution that's coming from masculine. And if you're the masculine, you're contributing that to the feminine and really kind of opening things up for both of you. So take it as it resonates. The 7 of coins, 7 of pentacles. Yeah, with the Four of Coins right on top of it, I heard peaceful prosperity. Peaceful prosperity. This is really the energy of the reading. It's like love and money, but they're connected here. Justice. Justice. I'm hearing things coming to a close, and the World card here can talk about the ending of cycles. Things coming to a close, especially with the Fool card here being the number 0, that's full circle. So you went from the Fool at the beginning of the journey to the World, the wise, I'm hearing wise leader or wise ruler at the end of the journey, and then you kind of start again. You just keep cycling through that. But there's so much balance that you've gained. There's perspective that I'm seeing. Why is this important to know? The Three of Swords, because you may have had like a worldview that was more drenched in pain in the past, and you're kind of like you're coming out of that, and you're being reborn is what it feels like, a rebirth. You're waking up and coming back into a state of innocence. That's Fool card energy. And this Empress, the Divine Mother, goddess type energy for sure, but this is like goddess of fertility, Venus. Yeah, Aphrodite, literally. The Three of Wands. Okay, I heard two things there. I heard sanctimonious and I heard coming together. I don't know what sanctimonious means. Kind of feels like sanctifying. Like sanctifying is making something sacred. I think I wish I had my laptop out. It's over there, and I don't feel like going and getting it and turning it on and blah, blah, blah. But there's something about like a different type of energy that you haven't been in before. I looked up at 11:11 when I said that. Yeah, there's a different type of energy here that you haven't been in before, and it's opening up so much for you. Here we have the masculine with the Emperor card, Aries, in this deck. These two cards, again, all three of these were seen in that previous, in group 1's reading. So Aries, I'm hearing fight for your right. And the Five of Wands can be about this fighting or conflict. It feels like you fought to be soft. Does that make sense? It's like, it seems counterintuitive. It seems like the opposite, but it's like you had to fight for your right to live a life of ease, to live a life of peace, to live a life of luxury. You had to expend energy to fight for your right to rest. You know, there's something about like you and these boundaries, or this could be the masculine fighting for you to be able to have that, because in your peaceful presence, you boost the prosperity for both of you. Is kind of the vibe I'm getting. Yeah, Ace of Coins. It's like you bear very fertile fruit. So if the masculine takes care of you, then you take care of everything else. It's kind of like that saying, and you don't have to be a woman here, but I think, you know, the majority are, but there's a quote that's coming to mind, and it's like, a woman will make greater anything that you give to her. So if you give her your seed, she'll give you a baby. If you give her a house, she'll give you a home. If you give her ingredients, she'll give you a meal. If you give her shit, she will rain a storm of shit down upon you. But you've got stillness here. Again, this energy that I keep getting strongly in your reading is like peace. So there's no shitstorm here. It's all peace. It's all peace and prosperity, and the coming together of these two energies or people, masculine and feminine, the Divine Mother, the Divine Father, the Goddess, the God. There's this unification, and through that, there's this unlimited sort of resources that can be continually reborn, and it allows you to flourish is really the message that I'm getting here. You flourish because you're able to rest and be still and to magnify whatever it is that you're given. And the masculine here is able to provide safety, security, protection, to fortify. I'm hearing something about fortifying, and they're showing the number 4, fortify. That's funny, fortify, to strengthen, to continue to build on that. So like if you give a coin, then that can turn into 100 coins or 1,000 coins or more. And you're able to to keep producing more. But it's through this energy of peace, through stillness, through that is where the prosperity is born. They keep saying peaceful prosperity. Yeah, peaceful prosperity. And I just saw a pear, a flash of a pear, the fruit in my mind. So again, you bear very fertile, juicy fruit. They're saying labor of love, and they're showing me like the pear-shaped, like pear-shaped woman almost is connected to, in ancient times, that was a very like fertile body shape that was actually really sought after. In our modern age, it's different. We have different standards of beauty depending on the culture, depending on preference, whatever. But there's something about like the pear-shaped body that is very fertile, or it's something about like the reproduction of the seed, or of. They're showing me bounty. They said bounty, and now they're showing me a cornucopia. I cannot get past this energy of abundance for you, group, and I wouldn't want to, because why not? Why get past it? Just sit in it, be still in it. Let yourself flourish in that energy of prosperity, more than enoughness, in every form too. Like it's not just in one thing. It's like you've got more than enough to eat. You've got more than enough comfort. You've got more than enough love. You've got more than enough resources financially to be able to do what you want. I'm seeing something about travel, or show me planes right now. You've got more than enough to do what you desire. And when you let yourself be in that energy and receive it and know that you deserve it because you created it, it's a beautiful thing. And they're showing me like the magic of that is untouchable. And it may feel like it's out of your reach, but it's not, because it's right there. It's in you. I also see healing happening here too. I was looking at the cards, and I'm seeing the Three of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Justice card. They're bringing me back to that message of sanctimonious. Every time I look at the Three of Wands, they keep saying that. So if anybody knows what that means, I'm going to look it up after. But yeah, there's a message of healing coming through here as well. The Caduceus or Asclepius, I always get those two mixed up. But that, to me, speaking of a sign of healing and recovery, because when you're in this energy of stillness and all of your needs are provided for you and you're protected and you can rest, things are able to knit back together and to become stronger, is what they're showing me. So where there used to be pain or conflict, now there's healing and abundance and prosperity and security and love. It's really, really beautiful. Group number 2. It's a gorgeous world to live in, to be able to thrive rather than to survive. Yes, to thrive, really, truly. So keep planting the seeds of this fertile energy within your thoughts, and they will become form, and you will see the birth of this into your reality as a worldview, as an experience, and as a partnership that's really, truly harmonious. If you haven't already begun to see this already, get really still and feel that energy, be in the energy of that abundance, because you're going to birth it literally from the inside out, like a mother births a child. It's not like you create this child on the outside of you. It's from the inside out. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing here, group number 2. They said, don't forget about the message of healing. They really want to drive that home before you go. The message of healing here is to heal anything within you that is resistant to that luxury, to that peace, to that stillness, to that connection to yourself, to the safety and security that the masculine can provide. And that helps you to heal even more and to create this abundance. They just really want me to kind of like emphasize that here before we close out the reading. So yeah, that's the message here for you, group number 2. What a beautiful message of love. It's so much more than that. It's like, it's healing and abundance and prosperity on every level. So I love to see that for you and to report that and to help you connect with that energy in some small way if I can. Thank you for being here on the channel. If you want to dive deeper, we have memberships available. The link to join is in the description box below. There's 2 tiers that give you access to additional members-only content, ad-free from me. And don't forget to check out my other channel. It's a new channel called The Divine Channel. How many times can I say channel? And there we provide more collective style messages, esoteric stuff. Outside of the pick a card format, I'm able to just channel more openly, unrestricted, and bring through messages that are wanting to come through from spirit. So if you're interested, check that out. It's also linked below. Thanks, guys. I love you, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose this pink tarot. It's a pink version of the Rider-Waite tarot. And for some reason, when I pulled your deck down, and here it is. So yeah, okay. I had this instinct to flip over your deck and look at the card on the bottom. And as I just tried to pick it up, the only one that's left is the card on the bottom. So I feel like this is the significator card. We didn't do significator cards for this reading because it was a deck choice instead. But this one seems to be really important for you. Okay, we have the 9 of Pentacles reversed. They're saying turn it around. So, okay, this is actually meant to be upright energy. 9 of Pentacles. So I'm going to put this over here. This is going to be dominating the reading, they just told me. Okay. The 9 of Pentacles dominating the reading. That's not so bad. This is an energy of independence, wealth, self-security, discipline that paid off. It's like you enjoying the fruits of your labors. Oh, the Devil card reversed. Allowing yourself to indulge, enjoying the sensual pleasures of life, the beauty. They're showing me a box of chocolates right now. It's like being able to kind of like let yourself enjoy the small sensory things. And I'm hearing looking the other way as soon as I turned over the 2 of Swords, looking the other way. Okay, let me see. They did say dominating the reading, and the Devil card in the negative sense can talk about domination, overpowering free will. Looking the other way, 7 of Cups reversed. What is this? I'm getting a message about repositioning yourself. Like you may need to reposition yourself so you can see something because you've been looking in one direction, but there's something going on kind of behind your back or to the side. Something that you're not seeing. What is this? The 5 of Pentacles reversed. Something being taken from you. What is this? Queen of Swords. They said facing forward. Okay. What's being taken from you? There's something that you need to see and be direct with. Maybe you need to confront someone, or you need to be honest with them about something that's been going on, like they've been taking more than their fair share, or they've been causing you to doubt yourself and your own sense of security, undermining you. Okay, this is an interesting love message, not what I was expecting. The other 2 groups were very different. Yeah, 9 of Swords. There's like an unease in your reading, which is strange. Maybe that's why this card came up reversed. They said put it upright, so that's the energy you're supposed to be in. Group number 3 is like this, I am strong, I built this, I can handle anything, you know, I'm fierce, I'm a bad bitch, or like I'm a strong man, like whatever. It's just like you got this, but there's something that's been like seeding doubt in your mind, and it's kind of like this devil energy here. It could be a person or something that's happening on the outside. But let me see. Knight of Pentacles reversed. It's something to do with your security and your ability to provide for yourself, whether it's financially or like just to have a sense of internal security and to provide that for yourself. Maybe you're looking for that from someone else, but no, that doesn't feel quite right. It doesn't seem like you're looking for something from someone else. It feels like you're just not looking in the direction that Spirit's trying to point you. Why are they trying to bring this to your awareness here? Yeah, because there's something being taken from you. There's somebody's like taking something that is not theirs. It's yours. I'm hearing intellectual property. Maybe somebody's stealing your ideas. And how is this? I mean, this is a love reading. So this could be somebody that you love. Relationship, a partner, something about finances could definitely be part of this as well. They could be taking money out of your pocket or something. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, somebody's taking money from you, group number 3. And if this doesn't resonate, and you're like, this is completely out of left field. What the heck are you talking about, Siobhan? Then this is not your reading. This is for the people who, like, you've been seeing these signs going on, but you've maybe been gaslit or you've been doubting yourself and you're like, no, that's not happening. But this person is like stealing your security from you, whether they're literally taking money out of your pocket or whether they're stealing your ideas or kiboshing them before those ideas can even get off the ground to make you money, or they are causing you to doubt yourself and gaslight you in such a way that you don't feel secure in what you feel. Like you start doubting what you feel because they're questioning it repeatedly. And this is causing you to go into a lot of like self-doubt or criticism or not seeing yourself clearly. This is not, this is not what I was expecting to get from this reading, but Three of Swords reversed. This person is like this, they hold a lot of devil energy. So it feels like this is like, Seven of Swords on the bottom. They're stealing something from you. This is literally the deception, gaslighting, stealing, and implanting those thoughts into you so that you start to doubt yourself. Like this is very narcissistic type energy. I don't like it, but there's a reason Spirit brought you here today to like validate what you have been feeling, because if you've been gaslit, it's really hard to trust yourself, to feel that sense of security and like, no, I know what's true. I know what I feel is right. I know what's going on here. When somebody says you're going crazy and tries to accuse you of being in the wrong when they're doing something wrong, man, is that a mind fuck? Like seriously, it's like, it's brutal. I've been there. I get it. And if you're still here in this reading and you haven't clicked off to another one or gone elsewhere, then you know what I'm talking about here. And this is why you're in this reading, is because Spirit is being like, hey, group number 3, you are not wrong here. There is something going on, whether it's overt or it's more internal, it's happening nonetheless. It could be on an energetic level, it could be physical, or it could be both. But they want you to see it and to be really clear about it. And they want you to stand firm in your truth. Like they want you to stand up for yourself. They want you to say no. They want you to do what you need to do to really kind of like address this head on. But first you have to see the truth, right? To be able to address something, you have to have awareness of it and you have to accept it, because that's the only thing that allows you to take new action. It's the 3 A's, the 3 A's of alignment, as I used to say in my soul realignment practice. When I was working with clients, I would say it's the 3 A's: awareness, acceptance, and then action, new action. And this is what allows you to realign to your natural security. And this is what unlocks the abundance and doesn't allow this devil energy to steal it from you anymore and to convince you that you've shit the pot. I don't know why I'm getting this energy, but it's like somebody is sabotaging you and then accusing you of being the one who's messing everything up. Like, like what? No. So Spirit just wants you to see this. Like, this is kind of a briefer, blunter, a little bit of a brutal type of reading, but it needs to come through because it's not meant for you to stay in that energy. It's not meant for you to be gaslit in this way and to have this imbalance continue to like undermine your security. It feels like you're being undermined, group number 3. Now they're showing me somebody mining underneath. Oh, undermine, a mine underneath. That person is digging for gold that they think you've buried somewhere, metaphorically speaking. And in digging underneath, this strong foundation you've created underneath is now compromised, because if you dig underneath something, it becomes weaker and it collapses. This is what they're actually trying to do. Whether they're looking for the gold or they're deliberately trying to undermine you so that you collapse and then they feel more powerful. Okay, this is actually, this is a synchronicity. I saw this earlier, yesterday actually. I saw somebody saying, narcissists don't attack weak people. That's the assumption, is that narcissists go after weak people. But no, that wouldn't give them very much ego boost. They actually go after strong people. And this is what I'm seeing here for you, group number 3, is that you're a strong person. And this person is deliberately chosen you and chosen to undermine you in all of these very insidious, subtle, deceptive ways. And they keep redirecting your attention, pretending that they're not doing this. And you know that they're doing it. You feel it. You intuit it. You trust your gut on this. But at the same time, they're causing you to doubt your gut. They're causing you to be like, no. Like, you're imagining things, or no, you're crazy. It's like, no, you're really not. And you're a strong person, and they've made you question that. They've made you see yourself as weak, incapable, dependent, like you don't have these amazing ideas or you can't provide financially for yourself. There's something that they're like trying to take away from you slowly, surely, undermining you and your own sense of security. Why? Because they get an ego boost out of that. If they can break down a strong person, they're going to feel stronger for it. It's so backwards. It's so messed up, but this is what they do because they're coming from this extremely wounded place. So don't put up with it, group number 3. Like spot it and get the heck out of there, or put an end to it. Gray rock them. Just stand in your truth. Don't let them cause that doubt to infiltrate your mind or get into your head. Really like stand in your truth. And when I've dealt with narcissistic stuff in my past, I just doubled down on my truth. So I would check in with me and go, wait, what do I feel? Okay, so this is what they're presenting to me. This is what they're mirroring to me. This is the story they're telling. What's my story? And I would just double down on that. And I would spend more time. I would spend twice the amount of time thinking about my story as I would about theirs. And it would strengthen my resolve. And then I'd be able to either leave the relationship or cut off the connection or remove the attachment or block them, whatever needed to happen, and move forward and no longer attract those type of people because I wasn't allowing that type of manipulation to occur anymore because I wasn't letting myself be manipulated. And in turn, I wasn't manipulating myself because this is like the very subtle way that narcissists get into your head is they make you manipulate yourself. They break down your trust and your relationship with you. Full stop. So don't let that happen because you can trust you. And if you can't, look around. Who's making that happen? And why are you letting them do that? And it's not that you're letting them do that because they're very good manipulators and they'll make you believe that they love you and they do all these things for you and it's wonderful. But there's always kind of like that little subtle in your heart or in your gut or in the back of your mind, wherever it's residing. Look at that. Because there's a pattern of disbelief or misperception that they're using against you. And what you're needing to learn from this and why spirit is intervening here, this is like your intervention, I guess, is so that you can see the truth of what's going on here and yourself and your own truth and strengthen the bond and the connection you have with you to escape these types of people. Because I feel in this reading group number 3 that this is not the first time this has happened. And it's not your fault, okay? I want to tell you that right now. This is not your fault. You don't see these things when they happen, and you're just going to what's familiar. There's a good chance you were probably raised in a home that was filled with people like this. Unfortunately, I'm not laughing. I get it. Like I'm exasperated because I get it. And if this isn't resonating, well, first of all, why are you still here? Second of all, that's okay. But this is a very, very specific message for the people who do resonate with it and who do need to hear this. And if you are here, you probably, you're nodding your head going, yeah, I get it. And Spirit is saying, thank you for listening. And thank you for being willing to see the truth of yourself because you would never betray you. You love you. You can trust you. You feel clearly and you know the truth and you can act on that and respond to that and express that. Yes, Kitty. Kitty is for confirmation and Kitty is meowing. She's that Queen of Swords energy here showing up. Yes, baby. Yes, my love. It seems to be a pattern in the last couple of readings that I've done. She starts meowing around group 3. It's almost like she has this internal clock that goes off and says, Mommy's almost done doing her reading and I want attention. But Kitty represents sensitivity and intuition. She's also one of my protectors, my guides, my familiars. And she's a transmuter of energy as well. She's a divine communicator just like me, So there's something of this aspect in you, group number 3, that is wanting to evolve and to be reborn. And you need to get out of a toxic environment to be able to let that happen. You need to become the version of you that feels safe to be you through and through is actually what Spirit just said, to be you through and through. And it's interesting because when I said through and through, now they're showing me a wound. This is like 3 of Swords energy. The swords pierce through the heart. They're showing me a wound. Yes, Kitty. I'm almost done. Can you give me like 5 more minutes, please? Just 5 more minutes. I know, sweetie. I know. Yeah, she gets a little insistent if I don't acknowledge her. So don't ignore this inner voice. Your sensitivity is there for a reason. This intuition is there for a reason. This niggling thing within you being like, hey, something's wrong is there for a reason. But they were showing me a through and through wound, which is like when a stab wound goes all the way through your body or a bullet goes all the way through and out the other side. And they were actually showing me like looking through the hole. It's like being able to see through the wound to, I guess, to understand it or to like see through something so that there's no physical blockage that's preventing you from understanding what's going on here. So there's something about being able to understand the nature of this wound, like where the emotional damage is held, because then you're going to be able to spot where they're showing me a fork being stuck into you and twisted, where the manipulation using that pain or that wound against you is being done. The other thing that I was seeing with the through and through and like the wound, they were also showing me a hole in the pocket. And it's kind of like, you make money or you have something come in and then it just immediately goes right out because you put it in your pocket and there's a hole there it's flowing right out. And this is what's creating some kind of lack or a perpetual state of like debt or, lack of security, if this is just what we're talking about. But I'm seeing you being able to, again, like see through it and then patch it up. Yeah, like literally like sew up the wound or repair the pocket. Like there's something about you being able to retrieve. I'm hearing the word retrieve. Okay. What are you retrieving? Your sense of self is you're retrieving your sense of self by repairing the wound and not letting anybody come in and take that away from you ever again. And it takes time. So go through this process slowly. There's this tiny, tiny little snail here. Okay. Go through this process slowly because yes, it is a process. But step number 1 is getting out of the toxic environment because you can't heal in an environment that makes you sick. You really can't. It's counterproductive. So first, the environment needs to change. The relationship needs to change. And your relationship will change with yourself as a result. I'm hearing financial boom. Okay, good. Yes. So you'll be able to come back stronger. I'm hearing the words wherewithal, or the word wherewithal. You're getting stronger, your wherewithal, your resolve to care for yourself. I'm hearing to no longer be dependent in any way, shape, or form. And they're showing me shape and form. So no longer physically dependent on anyone, especially someone with this ulterior motive that they've been hiding behind their back. They're showing me somebody with an axe behind their back. And I'm seeing like the guy from The Shining. Here's Johnny. It's like he turns, he's like a loving husband, and then all of a sudden he just turns, and it's like this monster inside is revealed. I was seeing that with the snail as well. It was reminding me of the little snail in the show Adventure Time, where it's like just a chill little snail that's kind of like an Easter egg in some of the videos. You'll just see the little snail crawling around sometimes. And then the Lich King, which is like basically the embodiment in that show of the devil energy, or of like the devil itself. It manipulates the snail, and you can see the change in the eyes when the devil is controlling the snail's mind. It becomes a puppet. So like this person is either so weak-willed that they've become a puppet for the devil, or they're doing this to you, and it's because of this wound that you've let fester. Is actually, I meant to say yet to heal, but they said let fester. So don't let that fester any longer, and take back your power so that you can step into your true security and abundance. So I hope that this reading was not too triggering. If you're still here, let this message be one of healing, liberation, and freedom. That's my intention for your greatest and highest good. Okay. So I'm sending you so much love, protection, healing, strong boundaries, a beautiful, strong relationship and healing potential within yourself, with yourself. For your greatest and highest good always. Group number 3. Lots of love. I hope this reading was helpful. If it didn't resonate or if it wasn't helpful, just forget it. Just pretend this never happened, okay? But yeah, that my highest intention is always to serve, and I do have to relay these messages from Spirit as they come through. I need to be honest always. I love you, and we'll see you in the next reading. Okay, bye.